Well, how do there, 'tis I, Captain Steve, playing Elden Ring, and today, chums, I'm just going to show you what I like to do. So, I like to explore in Elden Ring. So you see this big swathe of map here. I've got this fog of war that's covering this large portion over to the east that I want to unlock. So I go to my nearest camp that I've got, the place of grace, and I hit that one up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to set a marker right down into that fog of war. And I'm going to travel as far down as I can into that fog of war, and I'm going to look for a new map fragment. And unlocking the map fragment should unlock that giant portion of the map. Now, I haven't beaten any of the bosses. None of them. None of the story bosses. Not done none. But I've unlocked virtually the whole of the map, and this is how I'm doing it. So just to show you, at the moment I'm at a giant cliff edge. There's no way I could survive jumping down there. So all I'm going to do is sort of ride around on my horse, look for a safe point to jump down or to actually navigate down. You usually find that if you follow the roads, sometimes the roads will take you there, but sometimes you're going to be faced with something like this. And it's just a case of using a little bit of nous, a little bit of savvy, and trying to find some sort of shortcut or way through. And I've found loads. I don't know whether I should have been able to unlock all this map right now. It's like a lot of guides that I see online. It says, yes, you need to go to here, but to get to here, you've got to have killed this boss. I've already managed to get there without killing the boss. So, I don't know. Or this time, I think I've ballsed up. Yeah. Okay, alright, fine. Maybe I might not be able to get down to this map portion. Okay, fine. Awesome. We'll try that again, shall we, people? Because I'm fairly confident that I will find a way. If there's a way, Captain Steve will find it. Awesome. So here we go. Attempt number 2. Now, before I do any of this, I usually expend all of my runes. So I upgrade myself as far as I possibly can. So if I am to die, I don't have to go back to my point and pick up my runes. When I pick up my runes here, you would see that I probably get 0 runes. Because I don't kill much at the moment. Because I'm just riding around trying to unlock all of the map. Mainly because I see so many people put in, oh, there's an awesome legendary weapon found here. And then you look where they are, and it's like, well, I haven't unlocked that part of the map yet. So I want to unlock all the parts of the map, and I also want to have points of grace so I can easily teleport around. So whenever I see a guide online, boom, I'm there, grab it, gone, get out of there, And after I've managed to unlock all of the map, that's when I'm going to start going towards the bosses and killing the bosses. Because yes, there are some areas of the map that you only unlock through killing the bosses. But they're sort of subsections of the map or disjointed parts of the map that you can only get to for that sort of area. So here we go. I'm heading over towards that beam of light. Now, I don't know where I've put that beam of light. It was just a random placement within inside of that fog of war. There might be nothing there. But sometimes I've been super lucky. There's been a structure there or something. I'm like, freaking awesome. Bonus! It's actually really good fun to see where you've put your marker as like a little sub-mini game. Right, okay, well, I've got to go through this little lake here. And there's 2 dragons inside of this lake. They might tear me a new one. I've already been bitten by some sort of rat dog creature. Yes, that wasn't very pleasant. Hello there, Dragon D number 1. There is also another dragon over there to the left, and then there's another one roaming around on the hill up there. Fun times. But they don't seem to bother you too much. As long as you don't bother them. There you go. I've got 0 runes in the bottom right-hand corner at the moment as well, people. So, yeah, nothing lost. If I die, I die. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah, don't go and stick your runes on the frickin' table with this one, people. Make sure you've used up and you've leveled up before you go gallivanting around on these hills. Because you can fall off and you can end up getting your runes spawning in some weird place that's really hard to get them back. So just be very mindful if you're going on an expedition. Yeah, I call this an expedition in a way, like going out on a little mini adventure. So now I'm looking to see if I can find a safe way down. And there's some entangled roots coming out the side of that cliff face, which I'm thinking, could I jump onto that and jump off and jump onto that lower area? Chancey. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to carry on round and see where we can go. I'm going to head towards that big golden tree that we can see over there, over on yonder hill. Now there's another dragon there, and let's just keep a little bit of distance from there. You can see here there is a bit of path that, like I say, sometimes following the path can help you in the way that you need to go. Other times, not so much. But yeah, there's a big white boulder over there. Let's see if we can sort of jump down next to that. If not, I may have to go around the opposite side of said boulder. It's just a case of looking and working out the best sort of way to navigate. That's that. Yeah, I'm going to go round the opposite side of there and see what we have. So that's pretty much all I'm doing. Is just trying to find a safe sort of route down. Now, something that I keep my beady little peepers open for, yes, is torrent sort of wind tunnels. Because if you see one of those, you can safely jump down. You're not going to break old Torrent's legs jumping into that. So there we go. Boom. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Oops, I went and pressed jump, so it springboarded me up in the air. Funny how that doesn't kill it, but yeah, jumping off a cliff that size does. Oddities, but anyhow, I digress. Let's head on over this way. So now we're getting closer and closer to that big blue beam of light, which is pretty darn sweet. Yeah, awesome. And it looks like I'm fairly close. Well, it looks like there's a church in between me and said marker that I placed down. Lovely! Which often means that there's going to be a point of grace. So lovely, cool, awesome. I can hit on up the point of grace. And it looks like there's an NPC over there. Lucky days, lucky find. Awesome! So yeah, I do like exploring the world of Elden Ring. Elden Ring is such a beautiful place to explore. And I do like the dialogues and things that happen when you actually interject with some of these NPCs. I'll say interact, sorry, not interject. But here we go, let's go and speak to the NPC. Ooh, Sacred Tears. Does that mean that I've got an extra cup for maybe doing magic or healing? Let's go back to the campsite and see if I can split my cups. I don't think it is. I think it's a flask that I need and not Sacred Tears. Yes, it's a flask that I need. Oh well, anyhow, let's go and speak to that NPC. I'll let you listen to the dialogues.
Who's there? Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man.
Right, well, I want to be able to help her, but I really don't know what I need to do to help her with her scarlet rot. If anybody knows how to help this NPC out, please leave something inside of the comments. I'd be greatly appreciated. But now that I've got this as a marker, there's nothing to stop me from jumping on the old Google, typing in the name of this place, now that I've got a point of grace here, and it might tell me what I need to do. So this is why I like opening up the map and finding all the points of grace, or as many as I can, inside of that new area of the map. Mainly because then, if I am looking for something to do on a certain day, I can type in the name of the place, brings up a load of guides or wikis or videos, and then I can fully explore this area of the map. And I know that you're not really supposed to play Elden Rings for exploration, but you know what? I actually enjoy the world and the artistic approach of this game as much as I do the combat. In fact, I'd say I enjoy the exploration of the actual game more so than the combat. I mean, look at that giant skull there. It's now, I just thought it was a giant white rock. No, it's a freaking giant white skull. That's, oh, fudging heck, I just got shot in the freaking back. Ride like the wind, Torrent. Ride like the wind. Yes, it's aptly named Torrent, because Torrent is linked to wind, isn't it? Anyhow, let's keep going. Run, run, dilly, run. There's lots and lots of evil around here, like Batman. Hello there, Batman. Yes, he's not quite the Batman we've known to love through the DC world, though, is it? No, that thing's freaking sinister. Righto, well, we've reached some sort of castle-y keep. Let's ride through the castle-y keep, and hopefully... ooh, this looks pretty darn sweet. I might jump off of Torrent for a second and just take in some vistas here, people. Holy fudging Nora! Okay, that was not a good idea, was it? I should have stayed on Torrent and just carried on riding and riding some more. Maybe picked up whatever that dead body's got on it, because it looks like it's heavily guarded by ghost wizards. Ghost wizards. We'll try that again. Now, the nice thing is, I haven't got no freaking runes, so I don't have to worry too much. But I'm straight back at this point of grace that I just hit up momentarily ago. Sweet, sweet as. Hardly any progress lost. Call back in Torrent, and we're going to go back there. We're going to take on this ghost wizard, and then hopefully claim whatever's on that body. Now, whenever I'm doing exploration, and I come across something like this, and something that might kill me more times than I want them to, I usually have about 3 attempts. And if I can't get past a blocker, then I try to find a different way down. You can see there my beam of light is straight ahead. So technically, rather than go through that castle, I could go straight ahead. So if I go back to this castle now and that ghost wizard kills me, even though I'm on my horse or something, then I might give up with that route and go straight down, or try to go straight down off the side of this cliff face, which probably won't happen, but we'll try it. There you go, there's my runes. Let's pick them up anyway, but you know, I've got 0 runes, so it's pointless. Righto, but it does look quite gnarly. Right, let's take them on with my sword and shield. Come on in, wizards, where are you? There you are. Ha! I'm ready for you this time. Take this, you little frickin' scamp. Oh, shite. There's another one that just spawned in behind me. Oh, there's bloody 2 of them. Yeah, okay. I don't really stand much of a chance against 2. Yeah, I died. Yes, I died. Okay, fine. Oh, the fudge, there's 3! And that one had a staff. Did you see that? 2 had swords and one's got a staff. You know what? No. I don't think I'm even going to attempt that a 3rd time, because they're pretty darn freaking OP. And I'm fairly sure that one of those spawns right in front of the door where the dead body is, so I think they're going to be a permanent blocker. Righto, awesome. Well, let's just carry on straight ahead this time. We'll try going down the cliff face and see if we can get to some sort of other point of grace, and to see if there's any sort of other map fragments down this way. I mean, could I just jump down there? There are some text messages on the side of the rock face there. Maybe I could have slid down. We could try that if this doesn't work. So I'm going to go this way. We're going to try going over the actual cliff edge. There's a giant troll there that I want to keep distance from. So this is quite a hard area off the map. Oh, there we go. Let's pick up those. Lovely. I don't know why they're all the way over there, but lovely job. Coolio. And yeah, we're going to head on over this rock face this time, people. I do like that Elden Ring has these sort of separated biomes. I mean, this looks like some sort of weird organic coral that's growing on the actual land. It's pretty darn epic. I like it. It's kind of got a Monster Hunter-esque feel to it, to some of these biomes and separation. I'm finding that there are some sort of influences in this open world that I'm seeing from other sorts of games. But you know what? I'm really liking the world of Elden Ring. I just wish that they would add in a camera mode, because some of this is freaking beautiful, isn't it? Righto, anyhow, let's carry on. Let's head on over this way and see if we can get to some sort of map fragment piece. So sometimes when you get into a new area like this, you can bring up the world map by pressing your trackpad. At the moment, I can't. You're probably hearing that. It goes bomp, bomp, bomp. Can't bring up my map. I'm just pressing it like crazy at the moment. Oh, fudge, there's some magic going on or something weird going on behind me. I'm just going to ride like the wind. Look, there's a shadow right behind me. Big monstery type thing. I don't even want to look behind me. But I can see there that there's a fire. So when you see a fire, sometimes that can be some sort of like little merchant. Yes, it is a merchant. I can see a donkey. Awesome, we can go talk to said merchant. Hello there, merchant. What have you got to sell? Now, usually there's points of grace here as well by merchants, or if not a point of grace, usually a map fragment. So after I've come out of this menu, I'm going to have a good look around. He's got some lovely, gnarly looking armour, hasn't he? Very cool. Alright, well, fine, I can't afford any of your wares, my friend. But there we go, look, there's a tower right there where I can pick up a map fragment, and this should unlock a big swathe of this map down here. So inside of the fog of war, if I wasn't so close to it, you would have seen a little tiny structure, like it looks like a little chess piece that denotes that there's a map fragment to be found there. So yeah, just ride into the fog of war, look for your map fragment, and then there we go. Look, I've just unlocked this massive swathe of a map. Now what I tend to do is try to look for some sort of structure. And you see where I put my blue marker? There's this big structure right by the blue marker. There's a good chance if that's a castle or something hard or a dungeon, there's going to be another point of grace. So I want to ride towards that, even if it's going to be too hard for me. As long as there's another point of grace there, I can hit up that point of grace. And even if it is too hard, or if I die or something, because I've got no runes, I don't really care. So I'm going to ride down and see if we can find a point of grace. So when you've got no runes, you've got nothing to lose, explore is what I would suggest, people. Heck yes. I mean, look how awesome this looks. You know how I was saying how biomes sort of transition. This looks like the Wild West or something, and I'm loving that red sky. It's freaking great, isn't it? And all these dead trees with like fungal sort of growths on them. Isn't it epic? And it is sort of like a slow transition. You can see there's still bits of coral here as well. It's very nicely done. Yes, From Software, you've made a beautifully spectacular looking game, has to be said. But I would say that some of the textures, though, when you get up close and you have a better look at them, especially the ground textures, could do with a little bit more polish, maybe. But that's just me being super picky. Anyhow, I will be doing a review at some stage on this. But here we go. Point of grace has been found. Now, I did go over to this castle. I've cut a bit of footage here, I'm not going to lie. And when you go close to that castle, there's these big fireballs that come down and they hit you and, yeah, completely kills you. But yeah, I cut that bit out. So here we go. So, ending off now here, people. But I'm now in Caelid. So I've unlocked the whole of Caelid's area, which you can see there. I've only got to do a bit in the northwesterly area of the map, which I'm hopefully going to be doing live at some stage, and probably on the Monday. So I don't know when I'm going to be putting this video out there for everyone to watch. So that may have already happened. So this is maybe a shorter cut down version of that live series to show how I've unlocked great portions of the map. But that's all I do. Ride into the fog of war, find yourself a map fragment, and then look for a point of interest, some sort of building or structure on the map, and you're probably lucky enough to find yourself a point of grace. If you can't find a structure of interest, look for a cave, because the caves have usually got points of grace in the cave mouth. So that's all I've been doing, and now I've got a massive fast travel system. I've unlocked pretty much all of the map, and I've only been playing for 10 hours, and I haven't even killed a single boss. So there we go, that's my tip for expanding your map. Goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.